We are rolling on one speech for Comm 103. Which speaker are you?
Speaker 5 from the first.
Speaker 5 from round 1?
Yeah, round 1.
Okay. Okay, Speaker 5, round 1.
No,
Speaker 5.
Round 1, Speaker 5.
Round 1, Speaker 5. Okay, let's have you talk about John Adams' quote, "Liberty cannot be preserved without general knowledge among people." I repeat, John Adams said, liberty cannot be pursued without general knowledge among people.
Hi, my name is Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine.
I should introduce myself because none of you are in my class. You don't know me. Hi. Okay, cool.
Hi,
so
Jasmine.
Now that introductions are done. John Adams, many of you may not know him, but he's a very important figure in the United States of America. I hope you do know any of your presidents. This is the second president. And you would hope that he would say some very important, enlightening stuff. And I would agree with this quote, that you can't have liberty without knowledge among the people. And I will give you 3 reasons why. The first, three examples of how knowledge is very important for different aspects of life. Let me just give you more introduction for this. Liberty was really important in the construction of the United States of America, but John Adams was like, if people don't understand what liberty is, or what they're getting, what they're not getting in the United States compared to what we were used to, in France, and then how would they even know, how do we know that, what my mom would say in Persian, how do you know that you're not putting a hat over their head or deceiving them and, not doing right by the people? So I'm going to give you 3 examples. One example is from my personal life in a relationship that I have had. Another example would be Planned Parenthood. And my third example would be one of my friends and an experience that she had. So first I'm going to go on with my first example, a relationship that I've had. Recently, ending in June, I went through a 5-month relationship. Everything seemed amazing. Why wouldn't it? He'd buy me flowers all the time. Wow, I'm not used to having flowers every single time that I went on a date. This guy is so nice. What else would I want? He would tell me he loved me. I was like, wow, this is new. Okay, we've only gone out 3 months. Okay, maybe I love you too. I don't know. Everything seemed to be going great until one day I caught him texting someone else. And in fact, he was cheating on me. And, kind of comparing it to the quote that, you can't have liberty really without knowledge. You can't have a good relationship with knowledge over the whole relationship. I thought, it was a great relationship. Obviously, I was, deceived. I didn't have all the facts straight. He was actually an asshole, and we shall not talk about him. When I see him on campus, I flick him off, and we don't care about him. Okay. My second example would be Planned Parenthood. Okay, how am I relating Planned Parenthood to this quote? Well, basically, obviously, the people of America, we didn't have a lot of knowledge on Planned Parenthood, so when this edited, not real video came out where we were told that people, the people from Planned Parenthood were taking these organs and stuff from abortions, and they were using them and they were selling them. A lot of us actually believed it, and when they used it in the presidential debates, we were like, wow, we were deceived because we didn't have the knowledge. We don't go around Planned Parenthood and ask them, oh, do you use what you got from my abortion and take it for different things? No, that's not what we do. So without the knowledge, we were deceived, and we didn't understand. Not until later, the actual video came out, and we noticed, okay, this is not true. Planned Parenthood is actually a pretty reliable organization. My third example would be an example from one of my friends' lives. Recently, her parents went through a divorce. Divorce happens a lot, especially in America, so not too surprising, but at the same time, it was surprising for her, and it actually really hurt her just because she had no clue that her parents were going through anything. Her parents, at least to me, and always seemed happy. We're always going on dates, always going to parties. This bar mitzvah, that wedding, they were always going out. They always seemed so nice. Every time we were over, they were cooking together. Who would have expected that these people were constantly fighting? She didn't even know herself because I guess they would always fight in closed doors. So she didn't have the knowledge, my friend, of what was going on in her family's relationship. And so, she was caught by surprise. It was unexpected to her. And unfortunately, she had to deal with the repercussions. So in closing, I've given you 3 reasons why, in relation to John Adams' quote, how knowledge is important and you can't have liberty without knowledge. I've given you a reason of an explanation of one of my own past relationships. I've given you an example of Planned Parenthood, and I've also given you an example of one of my friends' families. There should be no doubt in this room that knowledge is very important to have liberty. Thank you.
Thank you. That was 544. Okay, who hasn't critiqued? We'll hear from to do this.
Hi, so my name is Alexia. Hi.
Hi, Alexia. I thought it was just something else. She changes her name daily.
Never. I'm always Alexia. But either way, so I really enjoyed your speech. Obviously, I'm not in your class, so I didn't know what the exact context was. But I thought you were a very eloquent speaker. It seemed like you kind of had to orient yourself. You didn't exactly know what question was going to come at you, and so you kind of had to come up with an answer really quickly. So I thought that was it was very well done for having to kind of pull from something that you didn't automatically know from start to finish that you were going to talk about.
Thank you.
Improvement.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
I really liked your speech, Jasmine. I thought you were pretty extemporaneous for the situation and engaging. I would suggest maybe trying to make more eye contact with your audience members, because when you didn't make eye contact, it felt like you were just kind of grasping for facts. But overall, great speech.
Thank you.
Jasmine, you had a tough topic.
Yeah.
I chose the hardest one because,
I wasn't expecting that one.
Right, I chose the hardest one because I have great expectations for you. Yeah, what you answered was really that knowledge is important, but you didn't always link it to liberty. And the link to liberty was the needed thing in this speech. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you did it in your introduction when you said, people were ignorant, they didn't know what freedom, liberty, and all these things were about, and civic education and this sort of thing, and what it meant to be free and to walk around and not have to, drive your car out in the country and not have to explain to people why you're driving your car around. So I think that this speech could have really benefited from a better definition of you focusing on liberty and saying what you meant by it, and then link this to your stories. Your 3 examples were good. The personal life, I love the story of your boyfriend. I'm a I'm a cynic about all these flowers and everything. I have a really good bullshit detector, and flowers every day.
Can I call you next time?
There's something.
Skype with my new boyfriend. You can tell me.
There's something going on here that doesn't survive the smell test. Guilt or something, I don't know, but gosh. But when you had the knowledge, then you had the liberty, I guess, to break up was how you got this onto the topic. Planned Parenthood, yeah, well, you gave them a very charitable interpretation of their rebuttal to the tapes. And I guess, when you said when we have knowledge, then we have liberty to believe something else, or the truth, was how you made your argument there. And then the divorce of your best friend, I didn't get the link to liberty, and I didn't get how she was liberated or not liberated, or she was free or she wasn't free, so I would have liked that to be there. On your emotional connection for stickiness of the speech, I thought your story of your ex, the boyfriend who was roaming off the reservation and becoming emotionally double parked, was your best story. On your credibility, your credibility was pretty high. You knew about John Adams and could talk about him and give us a little historical background. That was good. And so the more stories, the better, and you provided those. I think it was a pretty simple message. It just the problem was with the liberty. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Should I bring my laptop?
Yeah, bring your laptop over. Okay, so now we're on Comm 1. Wow. Who are all these people? She's ready to go. Okay. Give me a moment. Just bond with the people there in the...
Tell us about your morning.
Yeah, tell us about your morning.
My morning has been off to a rough start since I'm early, so I've woken up all quarter. I know.